Welcome to the next installment on the progression of the suspension modifications on the 718 Cayman. So where we started was straight factory springs, went to factory struts on lowering springs. Did not like that. It was good, but I wanted more, if you will, and try a set of coilovers. So I bought a set of used Ohlins Road Tracks with the standard spring rates, 70 in the front and 80 in the rear on the spring rates. So I tracked those for a summer and was getting some scraping on the left front, actually in the right turns. So I thought, and also with the big brake kit, I was getting a lot of induced bump steer, hard braking into turn 5. So with that, I was like, well, let's try to increase the spring rates. And I contracted with a gentleman out at Shaftworks in California to get a dedicated track setup with increased spring rates and of course the valving to match. So I got these 2 nights ago, and much like Ralphie waiting for his Red Ryder BB gun, I've waited to open these until this morning so I can get them installed on the car and do some corner balancing, and hopefully I'll capture that as well. So without further ado, I've already cut the tape, and I promise you I have not looked at these, so we'll check these out together. There's a lot of bubble wrap, and we'll see what kind of packaging we get here. So he did include the dynamometer, where you put the shock on the graph and graphed it out. Again, I haven't even looked at this stuff yet, so we'll check this out later. What I really want to get into, and he packaged these up really nice, so thank you, Jonathan. Well, he really did a good job. Okay, so here we go. Oh yeah. So these have Swift springs on, 60 millimeter with a helper spring. He told me with the increased spring rates that, and these are the rear, this is a rear by the way. Had to get the top hat, of course, went with the turrets, and he did set the preloads, thank goodness. Thank you, Jonathan, I was really worried, but I'm gonna have to do some math, stand by. So we're gonna have to figure out ride height from the old springs, right? So we're gonna have to do some math. I'm certain I'll be making adjustments on the ride height to figure that out. So with that, this is a rear. Let's see what a front looks like. I'm gonna assume, alrighty, yeah, here we go. Yep, this is the front. Fronts are in the bottom. So I went with the, oh gosh, I'm glad it's on here, Vorschlag upper camber plates. So again, with the spring rate or the spring length comparison, ooh, these ones are really close. I think the fronts are going to be pretty easy to do. The rears are going to require some math and some adjustments. So with that, y'all, if you wanted to see, I'm not going to bore you with installing these. You can see that on the other videos that I have for coilover installation. So I'm going to work diligently to get these on and walk you through some adjustments here with these to get the right height set. So what I did do was go with the 110 nanometers up front and the 130 in the back. So I went full stiff. We're going to find out what that really feels like in the proprioceptive system, the butt of the seat, if you will, through the spinal column, if it's that much stiffer. So I'm very excited, as you can tell. So with that, I'm going to get these installed and maybe give out some pointers along the way as far as installation process. So with that, let's get them going. I apologize for the hot water tank in the background. I tried to get out here before my wife got up, And so we're dealing with her doing laundry and the hot water tank kicking in. My current dilemma is this spring is 175 millimeters long. It's the OE on the Ohlins is 200 millimeters. So without trying to get into any math at all, and having enough of the shock body down in the hub assembly here, I went with, and I'm starting with 80 millimeters, if I can get my tape measure down there. So we're about 80 millimeters right now, and it's just a guessing game. I'm gonna put the wheels on it, put it on the ground, and see where it's at and make adjustments. Like I said, cold front coming in, and I gotta get her done. So that's our current dilemma, and we'll put it on the ground and see how close I am, just for giggles. Now for the moment of truce, as I like to say, or the moment of truth, however you like to phrase it. So I've got the coilovers back on, I got the wheels on, got the wheels inflated all the way around, 32 PSI here for this one. These are the 18s, and this is a buck wild guess on ride height. So we can giggle together. Here we go. All clear, coming down. The slow roll. Like I said, I did my level best. I didn't want to try to do too much math and get it to a gnat's ass. I just wanted to get them on the ground, and start adjusting from there. So we'll see what happens. She ain't been on the ground for weeks. Goodness, a lot of groaning going on. Yeah, we're gonna have to lower that ride height. Oh my, all right. Let's see if we can get it to settle a little bit. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's not like the original Ohlins. But hey, at least I know now. So I'm gonna lower this joker down. I do have scales, like I said, to do the corner balance on it later this afternoon. So this morning was getting her back together. So let's make some adjustments. Adjustment 1, minus 7 millimeters up front, minus 8 millimeters in the rear. Let's check it out. At least we don't have to wait so long this time. It's not so high up in the air. I hope we're going in the correct direction. We're going to find out. And on down. Let's see what we get. All right. Not too shabby. I'm going in the correct direction anyway. The back looks a little low. We need to bring the front down even more. Yeah. And I think I'm going to have to put it on some wood, because I think the arms are keeping it higher. So let's try that. So where we ended up on the ride height adjustment, with 180-ish pounds of weight in the driver's seat, I've got left front wheel well at 25 5/8 of an inch, and that was the left front driver's side with the weight. The right side is 25 3/4, and they're 25 3/4 in the rear. So on both sides, and evened out. So I think that's a good starting point for the rear to balance it and see what the weight distribution is. And the right front I like being a little higher, because with passengers it will go lower with added weight. So I'm gonna hold off here on ride height and start with the balance and see how far off I truly am. So let's get to it. Let's lay it out, level it, and put it on the scales.